Just when Rasheeda thought the storm had passed, Kirk Frost dropped a bombshell that shattered everything she believed in. He's marrying Jasmine Washington. Yup, you heard that right. After years of lies, cheating scandals, DNA tests, and public humiliation. The same woman who nearly destroyed Rasheeda's marriage is now set to become Kirk's wife. And the way Rasheeda found out, not through Kirk, not even through a friend, through a leaked invitation circulating all over social media. The photo showed a golden envelope with embossed initials K&J, and inside, a save-the-date card with the headline, "The Frost-Washington Union, Fall 2025. The streets are buzzing, Erica." Carly read, even Bambi all caught wind before Rasheeda did. And once it hit the blogs, all hell broke loose. The betrayal. The embarrassment. The public spectacle. Again. But Johnny, that's just the beginning, because what Kirk's been hiding behind this wedding is 10 times worse. Fake names, secret assets, custody twist that might take Rasheeda's last thread of peace and rip it wide open. Stay locked in. This is the downfall no one saw coming. And the revenge Rasheeda's about to plan will shake ATL to its core. For over a decade, Rasheeda and Kirk Frost painted the picture of the ride-or-die couple. Through the highs and lows, music ventures, infidelities, and public drama on Love and Hip Hop, Atlanta. Their relationship became both a cautionary tale and a fan obsession. They weren't perfect, but they survived. Or so it seemed. Because behind every Instagram post and LHH confessional was a storm brewing. A storm named Jasmine Washington. When Jasmine first burst into the scene with claims of a child fathered by Kirk, Rasheeda was blindsided. It's a young woman, a stripper by profession, came forward with a baby and a timeline that didn't lie. Kirk denied it, then admitted it, then tried to patch it all up in a messy, awkward apology tour that left Rasheeda humiliated on national TV. But still, she stayed. Not because she was weak, but because she thought rebuilding was worth it. The brand, the family, the image, they worked too hard to let it all collapse. Rasheeda chose peace over pettiness, growth over grudges. And in the years since, she kept her head up while Kirk played the changed man. Until now. Until the world saw that wedding invitation floating all over social media, turning Rasheeda's world upside down again. But how did it even come to this? It started with rumors, quiet whispers in Atlanta's inner circles that Kirk had been spotted at Jasmine's condo multiple times in the past month. Not with hostility, not for co-parenting, but with flowers, food, laughter. A few bloggers posted vague tea. Nothing confirmed. Then came the first real clue. A photo surfaced of Kirk and Jasmine at a private event in Buckhead, his hand resting on her back, her head tilted into his chest. They weren't hiding. They weren't sneaking. They were smiling. The internet didn't know what to believe. Then Jasmine posted a picture on her story. A close-up of a diamond ring with the caption, "Third time's the charm, #finally still, no tag." No face, just a ring. Some fans assumed she was trolling. Others thought it was for clout. But behind the scenes, people close to Jasmine started confirming the whispers. Kirk Frost wasn't just back in her life. He was building a future with her. Then came the nuclear moment, the leaked wedding invitation, printed in ivory cardstock with gold lettering. The invite read, "Join us in celebrating the union of Kirk D. Frost and Jasmine L. Washington. October 12, 2025. Confidential location, no media allowed." That last line? Too late, because by the time Rasheeda saw it, the blogs already had it. Screenshots flooded every gossip page, every group chat, every Love and Hip Hop fan thread. The reactions were immediate and savage. Kirk really marrying the side chick now? Rasheeda deserves so much better. He couldn't even tell her first. But here's the part that hurts the most. Kirk never called Rasheeda, never gave her a heads up. She found out through social media, just like everyone else. Sources close to her say she was devastated. Not just by the betrayal, but by the fact that Kirk had seemingly moved on without closure, without decency, without explanation. This wasn't a clean break. It was a slap in the face. Even Rasheeda's inner circle was caught off guard. Carly Red reportedly broke the news to her in person, showing her the invite and bracing for the reaction. Rasheeda didn't cry right away. She sat frozen. Then whispered, "He really did it. He actually chose her." That sentence broke everyone in the room. But what Rasheeda didn't know, what no one knew, is that this wedding wasn't just about love, wasn't about Jasmine. It was about control, because Kirk had been planning something behind the scenes for months, something that goes far beyond vows and rings. And the next leak would prove just how calculated this marriage really is. It wasn't love. It wasn't forgiveness. And it definitely wasn't about building a new happy ending. Kirk Frost's shocking decision to marry Jasmine Washington wasn't emotional, it was strategic. And the motive. One word: ownership. Behind the scenes, Kirk had been quietly restructuring his business portfolio. From car shows to Frost Bistro, from Frost Entertainment to a digital media venture, nobody knew he even owned. Kirk was consolidating power. He'd placed assets under new shell companies, shifted legal titles. And here's the kicker. He listed Jasmine Washington as his business partner. That's right. Jasmine isn't just the new wife. She's on paper, on payroll, on power of attorney. And according to leaked legal documents posted anonymously on Reddit, her name is now attached to a Frost Entertainment media spinoff, 49% stake in Frost Bistro's secondary location, and, most shockingly, a trust account linked to Rasheeda and Kirk's joint fashion line. Wait, how? It all started 2 years ago when Kirk and Rasheeda were trying to rebuild. To prove his commitment, Kirk suggested opening a new branch of their business under an umbrella entity, one that could shield them from tax issues and allow more flexibility. Rasheeda trusted him. She signed the paperwork. What she didn't know: that same LLC included a clause that allowed Kirk to assign secondary partners without her signature. And that's exactly what he did, quietly, one name at a time. First, Jasmine's cousin, then her manager, then Jasmine herself. And now with this wedding, that secondary partner becomes a legal spouse, someone with rights, influence, and the ability to make binding decisions on joint ventures. This wasn't a marriage, it was a corporate takeover. When Rasheeda found out, her reaction wasn't explosive, it was cold, controlled. The kind of heartbreak that doesn't scream. It sinks, a source close to her said. She didn't break anything. She didn't yell. Okay? She just sat down and said, "He's stealing my life while I'm still living in it." She immediately contacted her lawyer. But things only got worse, because Kirk had already filed paperwork in Fulton County petitions to change ownership shares on multiple properties, citing upcoming marital union as legal justification. In plain words, once he says "I do," Jasmine gets half. The blogs ate it up. The internet was vicious. He didn't just cheat, he franchised the infidelity. Rasheeda held him down and he flipped it into an empire. It's for the side chick. This man deserves an award for audacity. But this wasn't just trending tea. This was war. Rasheeda's inner circle began pushing back. Carly Red went live on Instagram. "Let me be real. That woman stayed with him when everyone told her not to. She forgave, she rebuilt. And now he's gonna use her name, her brand, her business to elevate someone who tried to ruin her. It's giving betrayal on 100. Even Bambi weighed in. I don't care who you love, but don't rewrite history like you didn't drag this woman through hell just to hand the crown to the same one who set the fire." And yet Kirk, silent, no post, no interview. It's just photos surfacing of him and Jasmine entering a downtown ATL courthouse, presumably preparing for a marriage license filing. But that wasn't the end of the receipts. A former employee from Frost Bistro leaked a voice note allegedly from Kirk, speaking to a financial advisor. Once we lock this down, everything shifts. Rasheeda, won't see it coming, but I've been playing chess. Jasmine's in position now. Just like that, fans turned off the support Kirk once had as a flawed man trying to change disintegrated in its place. Outrage, disgust, and a new narrative. He was never trying to change. He was just trying to win. But even that's not the worst part, because hours after the documents leaked, Jasmine herself lived out her message. Y'all can be mad all you want. But at the end of the day, this ain't about stealing a man. It's about building a life. A man who sees me, who trusts me, and who finally chose me out loud. She smirked, flashed her ring, and added, Rasheeda. Had her turn, now it's mine. That one line broke the internet. Rasheeda didn't respond publicly. But word spread fast that she's meeting with a high-profile divorce attorney who specializes in contractual fraud in marriages with shared LLCs. In other words, it's not just hurt anymore. She's about to fight back. And the next step she's planning could pull the curtain on everything Kirk thought he had, hidden on exposed secrets. Even Jasmine doesn't know about. By sunrise the next day, Rasheeda had disappeared from the public eye. No Instagram stories, no club appearances, no love and hip-hop production sightings. But that's silence. It was calculated. While Kirk paraded around Atlanta with Jasmine and posted cryptic wedding emojis, Rasheeda was in lawyer meetings, mapping out every document, every wire transfer, every contract that tied her name to his empire. And what she found was a landmine, according to a source close to her legal team. Rasheeda uncovered a hidden property portfolio, a series of investments Kirk had made under shell companies going back nearly 5 years. Properties in Atlanta, Charlotte, and even Miami. But here's the catch. The purchase agreements all used Rasheeda's social security number. Without her knowledge, that alone could amount to fraud. But it gets deeper. One of the LLCs listed as KNJ Development had Jasmine Washington's name on the board before she was ever publicly associated with Kirk again. Meaning, this wasn't a recent decision. This wedding was planned years in advance. A love and hip-hop producer spilled in a private group chat. This wasn't no spur-of-the-moment love story. Kirk been grooming this for years. Rasheeda finding out. That was never part of the plan. The blogs exploded. Jasmine was the endgame all along. Kirk used Rasheeda to build it. Now he's using Jasmine to own it. Then a voicemail leaked, allegedly sent from Rasheeda to her assistant hours after reviewing the documents. I'm done playing the role. I gave that man my youth, my loyalty, and my peace. And he turned around and made me a silent partner in my own downfall. She wasn't just emotional. She was preparing for war. And then she made her first public move. Boom! Rasheeda filed a motion in Fulton County Court to freeze all joint accounts tied to her and Kirk. Not just personal, but business. The court documents cited unlawful asset manipulation and unauthorized co-signing under marital protections. That's legal speak for, you played with my name. Now I'm locking the vault. The reaction online was immediate. She's not crying. She's calculating. That man forgot Rasheeda was the real boss. You can't build a kingdom with stolen bricks. But the real nuke came from an anonymous submission to the Shade Room. A former business associate of Kirk's provided screenshots of emails, allegedly between Kirk and a reality TV producer from a rival network, detailing a potential spin-off series titled The Frosts. Fresh start, the lead couple. Kirk and Jasmine. Not only that, but the emails hinted at rebranding the Frost name for a younger audience. And a fashion launch with Jasmine in Rasheeda's lane. This wasn't love. This was a hostile takeover of Rasheeda's entire identity. Her name, her legacy, her brand. But Rasheeda wasn't letting that happen. The very next day, she sat down for an exclusive interview with a major podcast. No cameras, just voice. But her tone? deadly focused. People see the surface. They see the couple on TV, the boutiques, the restaurants. But what they didn't see is how I sacrificed everything to build that with him. I was the face. I was the brand. I put up with the lies, the tears, the humiliation because I believed in us. But he didn't just walk away. He planned my erasure. And now, he's gonna feel what it's like to lose everything he thought he owned. The audio went viral in minutes. Clips of her voice saying, "Planned my erasure" started trending on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram. Even celebrities chimed in. Candy Burris tweeted, "Rasheeda don't gotta speak loud to shake the room. That woman is steel." Tamar Braxton on IG Live. He tried to take her name, her brand, and her blueprint. This is war now. K Rasheeda all the way. But that wasn't the final blow, because Rasheeda had one last card, an accountant. Working with her discovered a discrepancy in the taxes filed under Frost Family Holdings, a massive underreported income stream tied to cryptocurrency investments made under Jasmine's name. In short, it's proven Kirk and Jasmine funneled profits without disclosure. They could be looking at tax fraud. And Rasheeda, she's handing it all over. He used my silence as permission. Let's see how he handles my voice. That's the quote that had fans screaming. And just like that, the wedding might not even happen because now it's under IRS investigation. And next, Kirk and Jasmine might not be walking down the aisle. They might be walking into a courtroom. Within 24 hours of Rasheeda's interview and court filing, the entire culture was locked in. This wasn't just LHHATL drama anymore. It became a national conversation. Every blog, every T page, every reality show recap page was now covered in 3 words. I was the brand. That quote from Rasheeda's podcast hit differently. It became a rally cry for women who'd held men down only to be left behind the moment the empire started printing money. It wasn't just betrayal, it was erasure. The comment sections went nuclear. He used her blueprint to build another woman's throne. Jasmine didn't steal Kirk, her handed Rasheeda's life over. This is what emotional fraud looks like. We gotta start protecting women who build these empires from the ground up. The hashtags were everywhere. Hashtag justice for R, ASHEEDA. Hashtag frost fraud. Hashtag stand with RASHEEDA. Hash built, not borrowed hash. He married the mistake, but Kirk. He finally responded, and only made things worse, in a quickly deleted Instagram video. Kirk appeared in his car, visibly stressed, saying, "I ain't finna do this internet stuff with y'all. I built mine from the bottom too. People change. Life changes. I didn't plan to hurt nobody. I just wanted to be happy." Then he added something that had jaws dropping. "You can't keep punishing people for the past forever. Eventually, you gotta move on. Move on." As if Rasheeda didn't sacrifice everything while he ran the streets. The comments ripped him apart. You don't get to cry about being misunderstood after cashing in on someone's patience for 15 years. You wanted happy after building hell for your wife? This video just confirmed he's been gaslighting Rasheeda for years. And Jasmine, she didn't stay quiet either. She posted a carousel of soft life pictures on Instagram's pod day. Champagne candles with the caption, "Peace looks good on me. Ain't no storm gonna shake what's divinely mine." Divinely mine? Shade wasn't even subtle. But while Jasmine smiled for the camera, legal drama was boiling. Rasheeda's legal team filed a second motion this time, targeting intellectual property infringement, claiming that Jasmine had been using likeness and brand materials tied to Rasheeda's fashion line pressed in promo meetings for her own alleged clothing, COLAB. If proven, Jasmine could be facing a cease and desist, fines, and a public apology demand. The court battle wasn't about love anymore. It was about brand ownership, identity, public power. And then Love and Hip Hop stepped in. Producers confirmed that the upcoming season was already under a full rewrite. Multiple cast members, were called back for emergency filming. New contracts were rushed. Leaked footage from the set showed security posted at the Frost Bistro entrance and Rasheeda walking out of a scene visibly furious with Carly. Red holding her arm, fans started a petition to give Rasheeda an executive. Producer credit? She's the storyline. She's the brand. She deserves ownership of the narrative. Even The Real brought it up during a panel discussion. What we're seeing isn't just reality TV. It's a reflection of what so many women go through. You give your heart and hustle to a man who promises forever, and he cashes out when the loyalty check clears. But what about the fans? Atlanta was split. Some still supported Kirk. Y'all dragging this man like Rasheeda's perfect. It takes two in a marriage. Maybe he just found peace elsewhere. Jasmine never forced anything. She stayed quiet for years. But those voices were drowned out by the ones who weren't buying the rebrand. One tweet went viral with over 150K likes. Rasheeda built Frost Empire with tears, silence, and faith. Jasmine walked in through the side door after the paint dried and tried to claim the whole house. And then the final blow of this segment: a bombshell reveal by Rasheeda's attorney during a press statement. He confirmed that they're reviewing all prior LHHATL contracts signed during Rasheeda's marriage to Kirk, as they may reveal instances of financial coercion and production-level gaslighting. Translation: they might be pulling receipts from the show itself to prove how Rasheeda was manipulated. Fans are here for it. The legacy of their marriage might not end with heartbreak. It might end with a public reckoning. But there's one more twist left. Because while Rasheeda fights for her identity and Jasmine braces for legal consequences, Kirk just received a letter from a third woman. And what's inside might cancel this wedding permanently. Just when Kirk thought the only flames he'd have to dodge were from Rasheeda's legal team and Jasmine's delusions of being chosen. A letter arrived at Frost Bistro under his name, hand-delivered. No return address, sealed in black wax. Inside, a formal statement from Monica DeLon, a name the public hadn't heard. Until now, Monica wasn't a celebrity. She wasn't part of Love and Hip Hop, but insiders knew the name. She was Kirk's longtime accountant, and allegedly something much more, according to Monica's letter, which was immediately leaked to multiple gossip blogs. She had a child, a 5-year-old boy, with Kirk Frost listed as the biological father on a hidden paternity affidavit signed in 2021. The kicker: this child has never been acknowledged by Kirk publicly or privately. Despite consistent financial support through off-the-books deposits from shell accounts linked to Frost Entertainment LLC, another secret child. Not only does this blow Jasmine's chosen one fantasy to dust, but it proves Kirk never stopped the deception. He just learned how to hide it better. The letter continued. Due to the emotional trauma this has caused me and my son, I am prepared to cooperate with any investigations regarding financial mismanagement, marital deception, or paternity fraud. Boom. In one move, Monica became the wild card that could unravel everything Kirk's been hiding, from fake LLCs to backdoor payouts to undisclosed assets and the wedding. Sources say Jasmine was blindsided, according to texts leaked from a friend. In her circle, she reportedly messaged, "Wait, another one. I'm done. This can't be real." The wedding date? Still on paper. But Jasmine's IG went dark. No new posts, no comments. Just a single story reposted from a friend that said, "Silence is an answer to." Meanwhile, Rasheeda, she's watching the entire circus unfold in real time. And she's not smiling. She's strategizing, because now, with Monica stepping forward, Rasheeda's lawyers have a direct witness to the financial misrepresentation she's alleging. Monica cooperates. The IRS investigation into Kirk's accounts could expand, and Jasmine could be legally looped in too. Rasheeda's team released a brief statement. Every truth eventually surfaces. And this is only the beginning. The internet is in shambles. This man created a side family tree and still had the nerve to walk down the aisle. Kirk Frost got more paternity secrets than Maury reruns. Jasmine just realized she wasn't the prize. She was another pawn. And fans are now begging for Rasheeda to get her own show. Not a love and hip-hop season, but a full-on docuseries titled Reclaiming Rasheeda. The calls are growing, production companies are circling, and Rasheeda's brand stronger than ever. As for Kirk, as far as he hasn't spoken since the leak, no posts, no press. Just one spotted sighting leaving his studio with sunglasses on and head down. But whispers say Jasmine's not returning his calls, and Monica. She's allegedly preparing to go public on camera. So what happens next? Will Jasmine call off the wedding? Will Rasheeda sue for damages? Will Kirk finally be held accountable for all of it? Or will another woman, another secret come forward before it's all said and done? 'Cause in this saga, nothing is over. And there you have it. What started as a quiet wedding turned into a full-blown scandal that's rocked Rasheeda, wrecked Jasmine, and left Kirk Frost exposed like never before. From secret business moves to secret children, to secret betrayals that went deeper than anyone imagined. This isn't just another love and hip-hop mess. This is a legacy-shattering disaster. But now it's your turn to sound off. Do you think Rasheeda waited too long to walk away? Or was she right to stay loyal until the mask completely fell off? Is Jasmine really a victim in this too? Or did she get exactly what she signed up for? And that last twist with Monica. Hugh, is it possible there's still more Kirk hasn't told the world? We need to know what you think. So drop your thoughts in the comments right now. Like this video if you were shocked by even one of these twists. Subscribe if you're riding with Rasheeda and want to see her take the empire back. And don't forget to hit the bell because the next update might include courtroom footage, canceled vows, and even another woman stepping forward. This story isn't over, not by a long shot, so buckle up, stay locked in. And we'll see you in the next one.